Bryna Payne, and I wrote and directed the next show you're about to see, Little Woman. Solely inspired by Louisa May Alcott's novel and Greta Gerwig's 2019 film. I wrote it, so I don't mind if you take pictures or videos, just please no flash. I'd also like to dedicate this performance to my little sister who plays Beth, because she's the reason I wrote the show. And she kills it as Beth, and I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of all your kids. They're so awesome. I've enjoyed working with them. So without further ado, please enjoy Little Woman. Woo!
We are so proud of you and your work in New York, and we miss you tremendously. Though I wish I could write to you under more positive circumstances, Beth is still not well and is wishing you home. Please find time to come see her before it is too late. With love, Marmee. Beth needs us, and so I will pack my things and I will go wherever she needs me. Family has always been first for us Marches.
Do you think we're going to get any presents this year? Oh, I miss Father. He never writes to us anymore.
They mean he's at war.
It would take 5 minutes to write to us and tell us he's well.
It's almost. And done presenting our very own Christmas play.
Oh, Joe, I can already tell this will be your best one yet. And there's 5 characters.
Is there a princess? I must be the princess!
5 characters, but there's only 4 of us. A princess, a queen, an angel, an heiress, and a hero.
A hero? Like a magnificent prince?
Rehearse, boy, girls, what's going on?
Marmee! Girls, tell me what's going on.
Boy, that Theodore Laurence moved in with his grandfather across the street, and he's around your age, Joe.
He lives in the big house with the grand piano.
I'm sure Theodore will be at the fall ball. You can talk to him there.
I have no interest in speaking to him. We don't need a boy in our play.
Girls, I have a gift for you.
A letter?
Dear March girls, I miss you more than I can explain. Choose to look upon your mother and look after each other. I think of you all day and miss and pray for you all night. I can't wait to see you all later in life, snug in a big cabin, fulfilling your dreams and being truly happy. A year is a long time for us to be separated, but I long for that future. Make good choices. When I come back to you, I will be fonder and prouder than ever of my little women. Love, and your father. How can we begin preparing for this play? I'll do a sketch of the set design.
I can start to memorize my lines.
I can post music, because then we can't see this. There's nothing wrong with a boy being your play, Joe.
Marmee, I want to be published with my work someday, published without a leading boy.
All play aside, be sure to catch theater during fall ball. Just continue getting along. Joe, it's already 6:30. You're going to miss the whole dance.
Marmee, why can't I go with them? Joe, when she was my age.
Time, Amy. Give it time.
You want my fashion? Marmee, this dress is one of Meg's old ones and has a sewn-up hole in the back of it.
But give away sewing kit and store it up for you.
I didn't get excited about much, but balls are my favorite. Dancing, the glowing chandeliers, the men all dressed up and ready to ask the beautiful young ladies to dance. It's like there's magic in the air.
Why can't I go and take Joe's place? The only dress she has is a hole in the back because all she ever does is dress like a boy.
I went when I was your age because I was invited. You are not invited, so you are not going.
There, all finished.
Have the best time. I can't wait to hear your stories.
Good night, girls. Get to bed soon.
I didn't know anyone was in here. I can find another room to clean this up.
Josephine, my grandfather told me all about you.
I'm sorry, but I don't think we've ever met.
Yes, I'm Theodore Laurence, but most people call me Laurie. I can speak super fast, I love to dance, and lay on sofas. I moved in with my grandfather across the street from you. You're Josephine, aren't you? The second oldest?
If you stop calling me that, I'm Joe.
Joe. We are the same age, Joe.
That's what my sisters were saying. Well, Laurie, I just spilled a drink all over the front of my dress, and there's also a hole in the back of it. I'm a big mess.
Well, I can't tell there's a hole in the back. And the drink down the front? That's not noticeable.
Thank you. Well, you say you like to dance. Why aren't you out on the floor?
I also said I like to lay on sofas, and I've been to every Balneario bar the past few weeks. Grandfather's trying to force me to find new people, but the only person I know is John Brooks, my tutor. But you must not tell anyone he is with me. He's dressed funny.
Oh! He must be the funny man dancing with Meg out there. What could you possibly be doing?
I'm asking you to dance.
Laurie, I can't go out there like this.
I never said anything about going out there.
Oh.
So, everybody calls you Laurie.
Yeah, short version of my last name.
What about your first name?
I don't really like my first name, it just doesn't fit.
Teddy? No one's ever thought of Teddy.
No.
Well, Teddy, I can already tell we're going to be the best of friends. No! You must help me with my play. Oh, I'm sure my sisters would love to have you. We can need to change a pace boy on our pages. We'd love to be your people team.
Excuse me, Joe, Meg's twisted her ankle and she's requesting you both now.
Laurie says he can only come play. He can sell tickets and, well, John doesn't have any talents, so he said he could come watch.
I said myself, I can't act or dance. I'm so sorry, man.
Amy, do you have anything to tell Joe?
I'm sorry for saying I should take your place and go to the ball. I should not have said anything without an invitation of my own.
Well, thank you, Amy. Apology accepted.
It is.
Of course.
I'd love to see you again, Joe.
Oh, I thought that too.
You really did look beautiful tonight.
You were charming, John.
You let me know if you need anything, alright?
Good night, March family, and good night, Joe.
Good night, Laurie! I'm going to make some final touches on my story, and then I'll go to bed. Good night, Joe. Good night. Marmee? Marmee? Marmee! Joe, what is it? What happened to my story?
I burnt it.
You what?
I burned it in the fireplace in our room. You get everything. You always get to go to the balls. You always get the invitation. You always come home with a boy, and your stories are always praised.
I forgave you.
Well, I burnt it before you did. You deserve something not to go your way for once.
Hey! You have destroyed the most important thing in the world to me! And I hate you, and I will hate you forever! I hate that! Girls! Enough of this! Do you think your father would approve of this? Do you think these are the little women you would love to come home to? You girls are capable of so much, but you will get nowhere without the support of one another. Amy, you will help Joe rewrite her story, and Joe, you will forgive Amy. Do you understand me? Good. Now, go to bed.
So, Marmee is right. Father wouldn't like us hitting each other like this.
I'll wake you up early tomorrow, and we'll finish it then.
Hi, Marmee. Is Joe home?
Theoretically, but she didn't come when I called for her.
Oh, well, can you call for her again? Hello, we didn't really meet when I was here a few weeks ago. I'm Laurie.
We've heard about you, Laurie. I'm Beth, and she's Amy.
Oh, yes. Do you know where Joe is?
Oh, he wants Joe. She's upstairs still.
Well, John is taking Meg to the theater tonight, and I thought I'd take Jo. She needs some inspiration for that play she is writing.
Is it a romance play?
Thank you, Laurie. That is very sweet, both John and you.
John wants to see you tonight. He wants to take you to town.
I was just here, he told us himself. I was casual, but Amy's not keeping composure. It's a play.
Oh, Marmee, what do I wear? I have to borrow a dress.
My closet is open, Meg, of course.
Who's gonna tell her? Who's gonna tell her? I want to tell her. Can I tell her?
Tell me what?
John is taking Meg to the theater tonight. Laurie is taking you.
What a friend Laurie is!
What are you gonna wear, Jo?
Oh. What I'm wearing now is fine.
Oh, Jo, you don't realize.
Realize what?
Nothing I love what you're wearing now is good.
Some things in life work out, and some of them won't. 2 years will pass. After a year of theaters and balls, John would leave for work. Meg would be heartbroken, but he would be back. They would work out. Amy and Beth did not have love interests because, well, they're the kind of girls who don't need them. Amy would actually be kicked out of her school for drawing and misbehaving instead of doing her lessons, and Beth would teach herself how to fully play piano on Laurie's piano across the street. Laurie and I caused all kinds of trouble and would go on all kinds of adventures. We admired each other, and I knew I loved him like the brother I never had. I planned to leave for New York soon to study and write. In the 2-year time jump, Father would only come home once. Christmas of 1862, and he would tell us then that he would only be home for a few days and that they were expecting him back across seas. He would die there, and we would get a telegram. Marmee wouldn't show how truly saddened she was because she had to stay strong for us.
John is home from war, Marmee, and I'm old enough to make my own choices now, and I love him, Marmee. John proposed and I said yes.
Congratulations, I always knew John was a good man.
Oh, but you've been without each other for a year. How do you know you still feel the same way?
When I look at Margaret, all my problems go away.
And when I look at John, I see a promising future.
I could never look like that.
Let's be married tomorrow in our front yard.
Oh man, I must go make Laura's lessons fine. I'll see you tonight for a celebratory dinner.
So lovely, Meg. I've got some accessories for your hair and some jewelry for you to wear.
I can get Argon. Wear a lovely pink dress.
I've always wanted to be the ring bearer.
Tomorrow's far too soon. We're supposed to wedding here in a couple of days. I'll be so proud of you.
Well, it's getting late. I must be going home. Let me know if you need anything, Jo.
Need anything? Joe, are we well?
Why, of course! Let's go into town and pick out some fabric for your wedding dress. You want to sew it yourself, don't you?
You know me too well, Sister Joe.
Amy, do you have anything to tell your sisters?
Aunt Mark's offered to take me to France by the end of next month. I will go there to study art to become a true artist.
Amy, I'm so proud of you.
I thought since Joe would soon leave for New York and Meg would soon be settling down that this was perfect for me.
And what about Beth?
Oh, I have far too much work to do here. This is what Father wanted. Amy will be the true artist she is set to be. Meg will fall in love and continue our legacy of beautiful children. And Joe, I know you were just getting started. I'm so proud of all of you.
Joe, I knew I was able for the ceremony. I'm supposed to be helping Meg with her hair.
I've already helped, her hair is done.
What's the matter?
She is beautiful. But we are only good together. What are we if not together? Together and still and little. When we don't fall in love or count on men to fulfill us. Father would be so disappointed if he came back and found out we weren't still his little women.
I would be a terrible mother if I held on to you forever and ever. I'll deserve independence.
Father said,
Father knew that each of you were worth so much more than this house and this town. He knew you would all leave one day. Joe, it is normal to be sad and to grieve about change, but you have to realize that change can be good. Look at Meg. It's the happiest we've ever seen her. We hold on to each of you for so long. The world is not ready for you, Josephine Merge.
That was a perfectly lovely wedding, Joe.
I think the ceremony was too long.
Joe, they're in love.
Doesn't mean you have to talk about each other for long in front of everyone. At least they're suited right for each other. Weddings are too big of an exchange.
No, I think we're suited for each other, Joe.
That's because we are, Teddy. We're the best of friends in this whole wide world.
Joe, that's not what I mean.
Teddy,
I have loved you since the moment I knew you, Joe. I took you to see your favorite plays. I did anything you asked me to. And I changed for you. And I became a person for you.
Teddy, I never asked you to do that.
You didn't have to because I love you. And I want to be with you, and I know I'm not half the man you deserve.
Laurie, you're too good for me. You're a gentleman, and you know how to treat a lady, but I am not the lady for you. I'm not suited for marriage and to settle.
You say that now, but the minute you're off in New York, you'll find someone else. Someone who isn't me. Someone who can play the hero you were looking for. If you go off and find someone else, I'm not what you deserve. You deserve everything. You'll ride in New York, won't you?
Laurie.
Find someone else. I'll flee far away so you never find me.
Laurie, you promised you'd visit me. You'd come to New York. You're my best friend, and
Joe, find someone there.
Time passed. I finally made my way to New York. I'm so close to publishing a play. There was hope. Beth is the most deserving person in the world. Amy is finally getting the recognition she deserves. Meg has a family of her dreams. We were all where we were supposed to be. It was right. We were right. I had finally accepted that we were right. Beth was the kindest of us. After all, her sickness came from helping sick, poor families. I wasn't ready for things to fall apart and for the world to keep turning without her. I went back to Concord the fastest I could.
Joe, oh Beth, I missed you. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
You had to come all the way back to Concord for me. You were thriving in New York and it made you come home. And you're so close to being published.
Beth, I would do anything for you. Has Meg come to visit with her twins?
Yes, every day. She comes and makes me a meal before bed. And you have to try her soup. And John makes sure I'm tucked in before they leave. He's the best brother. Have you talked to Laurie since you left?
No, Beth, I haven't.
His grandfather says he's somewhere in Europe studying. And his grandfather also told me and Marmee what happened the night of Meg's wedding.
Beth, if he asked me again no, then I would say yes.
You would say yes, even if you don't love him?
I care more to be loved.
Josephine March, you know that is not the same. Maybe you are meant to settle down. You don't need anybody holding you back. It's okay to miss him, but write to him. You can ask his grandfather for his address.
She could have left here and gone to music school. You are capable of so much more than this.
I know that this is where I belong. I'm home and I'm with you.
If you could be anywhere in the world, you'd be here.
Absolutely. You're my favorite person, Josephine. Promise me you won't stop when I fade. Stay strong and change the world.
A few days later, Marmee came upstairs during Beth's afternoon nap and discovered that she had breathed her last breath. It was peaceful, and she was in her own bed. Meg had made her lunch that day, famous soup. I spent the morning with her, but gave her some alone time to write to my school in New York. Amy didn't make it home in time to say goodbye, but she was there for the funeral. Laurie accompanied her. They had found each other in Europe and were beginning to fall in love. They would have a child of their own, equally as squeaky as Amy and as charming as Laurie. It took me about a month after they came home, but eventually I was accepting of their love and accepting of the fact that my best friend would constantly be kissing my sister. I moved here full time. to open up my school in Aunt March's old house in honor of Beth, teaching young girls how to read music and to write. Marmee helped until she died years later. Meg and Amy's children were my first students. Eventually, I would publish a play of my own, defying societal norms, where the female protagonist does not end up with a man. I can be my own hero. We would all be here in Concord together, to look after each other. And though we wouldn't be snug in a big cabin, we'd be fulfilling our dreams and be truly happy. Father never got the chance to come back to us, and Beth is looking at us from above, but I know that they would be fonder and prouder than ever of their little girl.